Alright guys, welcome back to another video. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm in the city of Philadelphia, in the city of brotherly love. Out here for a month. Been out here for a few days now, and like I said, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be checking out some of the more historical places and some of the landmarks. Philadelphia is a super historical city. Obviously the Constitution was written here. Obviously you have Independence Hall. Actually Philadelphia was the first capital of the United States also. So there's tons of historical spots. The Science Museum where the Rocky Steps are, which are obviously a notorious spot. And you got tons of other spots. You have a Chinatown in this city. There's an Italian market, a really old Italian market area. But we're gonna be checking out the Rocky statue today. We're gonna be checking out Independence Hall. We're gonna be checking out City Hall, the Franklin Institute, probably walking through Logan Square, and a few other spots along the way. So let's get started. We're walking right now over to the Rocky Steps, or Rocky Steps are also the Science Museum. So see you guys down there in a little bit. So right over here, guys, right behind me, those are the Rocky Steps. The statue's over there as well. The statue I'm standing next to right here, this is actually the Washington Monument. It was put here back in 1897. Massive bronze statue of George Washington, the first president. I'm walking around the front of it right now, I'll give you a cool view. Tons of old statues around this city. Definitely gonna see a lot of them today. Pretty cool. It's surrounded by all different animals. Got an Indian chief laying down. Got some buffalo, some deer. Looks like you got a bear right there. Buddy's sitting on an alligator. Definitely pretty cool. But let's go over to the steps right now, check them out, and I'll tell you guys some of the stuff that I know about them. So right behind me, these are the Rocky Steps at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. 72 steps total. Spot became iconic back in 1976, back when the original movie was filmed, the Rocky movie. This is actually one of the first places too, if you're a film junkie or if you're a filmer yourself, the use of Steadicam, which is like the ability to walk upstairs and film at the same time steadily, was used for the first time when they shot Rocky running up these steps. Buddy out here getting active this morning. I'm gonna show you guys real quick a view of the top too.
I know it's a lot of steps, guys, but we got a lot of heart.
Yes, sir.
And we demand it in Philly. Give it to me, guys.
You got good energy.
One time, big guy.
You got
my
good
hands
energy.
is wet. I've been working.
Hey, that's all
I've
good.
been working hard.
I appreciate it,
I've been
man.
working, big
I
guy.
see you working.
I'm telling you, I want in Philly. We are demanding.
Okay.
We want you. If you're gonna give it to us, we're gonna respect you. We want you to put it out there, and we will respect it. But if you ain't gonna put it out there, we're gonna ride you hard.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna ride you.
Yes, sir.
And I want the best. I can laugh and everything.
You
My
good
man.
people.
God bless
I'm
you,
gonna give you
brother.
one for the one
I
time.
only want one. That's all I want. Good job, baby. Good job. That's all I want.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
That's the energy we got going this morning. That guy down there, awesome energy out of that guy. His hands are sweaty as hell though, he's not lying. You got a beautiful fountain up here. Super nice courtyard. It's Labor Day today, so it's pretty empty out, which is kind of ideal. But yeah, this is an iconic view of the city from up here. If you look out, you got a direct view of the whole skyline, and then directly down this road, a straight shot. I'll show you back from the top of the stairs, but a straight shot, you have City Hall, which at the top of City Hall, you got a giant statue of William Penn, and William Penn is the one who founded the city of Philadelphia. those are the Rocky Steps, guys. I'm sure one day I'll come back out here and go inside the Philadelphia Museum of Art. But for today, just gonna be exploring, doing a lot more walking around. Probably gonna end up walking close to 10 miles today. Now we're headed somewhere. It's right behind the Philadelphia Museum of Art. It's called Boathouse Row. 15 iconic boathouses that are lined along the Schuylkill River. So we're gonna go check those out right now. So I'll see you guys over there. So right now I'm up on the Schuylkill River. You can see over there, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, but that's the start of the boathouses, or the start of Boathouse Row. There are 15 iconic boathouses. They were built back in 1860. Only one of them is public. It's the first one. The second house through the 14th house, those are all what's known as the Schuylkill Navy, which is like a Navy boat fleet system they have out here. But these are all rowboats. So these are all competitive boat rowing houses. I'm gonna go see if we can go check out the first house, which, like I said, that's the only public house. There's actually the Lloyd House is the one public house. And something cool about these 15 boathouses, back in 1979, someone designed these lights that line each of the houses perfectly, every little line on the exterior of these houses, and it puts a crazy reflection across the river where they look like gingerbread houses pretty much. But apparently they're reconstructing the light system. It's like a $2 million light reconstruction job. So right now the lights are only on 4 months of the year. Obviously it's daytime, but I don't believe they're on during this time of the year anyway. Boathouses. Unfortunately, it looks like Lloyd Hall, the only recreational or public boathouse of the 15, is closed. On to the next spot of the day. All right, guys, we're pulling up on the Franklin Institute now. Founded back in 1824, named after Benjamin Franklin. It's one of the more iconic places of science development that we have in the entire United States. I don't know about those bus tours. I feel like I'd always like to do it on my feet instead. I wasn't actually gonna go inside the Franklin Institute, but I just seen a couple people walk in, so I'm assuming you don't have to pay to go in here. So I'm Hundo P going inside to check it out. Hey, how are you?
Do you have tickets already?
No.
Okay. Oh, right. Yes, that ticket you knocked out.
How much is a ticket?
$25.
Okay, gotcha. I'm not spending $25 to look at that statue. Definitely a cool Benjamin Franklin statue sitting in there. Gotta head through this park right here, which is Logan Square, on our way over to Philadelphia City Hall. So Philadelphia City Hall, iconic building, was completed in 1894, and at the time of it being built, before the Eiffel Tower, before a lot of other buildings, the tallest habitable building in the world, and it was also the world's largest freestanding building. And then if you look at the top, you can see there's a statue. It's a 37-foot bronze statue. I think it weighs 53,000 pounds, and it's of William Penn, but just a ridiculous statue. I believe there's actually a ladder inside the 37-foot statue, and there's a hatch that opens up on his top hat at the very top. So if you know the right people, I guess you can look out of the very top of his hat. Just a gorgeous building. I'm gonna get a straight on view of it for you guys right now. Got a Masonic temple right here too. Shout out the Freemasons. Now, one of the most controversial things about this building, when it was originally built, there was a gentleman's agreement that they wouldn't build any buildings in the city taller than this building or taller than the William Penn statue. Back in '84, the Liberty One tower was built along with 3 other towers that they built. Apparently, a lot of people thought this was, it brought a curse onto the city, it brought a curse onto the sports teams. Courtyard here in the middle of the City Hall building. Actually, cool enough, it looks like there's a subway line that leads right into the middle of the City Hall building. Idea if this is fact or fiction, but if you look across the street, this has to be one of the world's biggest clothespin. Right there. I'm gonna walk over to it just to get a size reference. That's just a ridiculous thing to have a giant version of. Right down the block that I'm standing on is One Liberty Place, the biggest building in the city, constructed back in 1984, I believe, back when that gentleman's agreement was broken. It's gonna look kind of weird being up close to it, but we'll go take a look at it right now. All right, so right behind me is the iconic One Liberty Place, 61 stories tall, 950 feet tall. And then there's 3 other towers. One's a shopping mall. Another one is a Liberty Tower 2. I think that one is about 58 stories. Still a pretty tall building. Obviously, I think the gentleman's agreement being broken was kind of whack. You know, you start building giant skyscrapers and you really lose the integrity of like the small historic city. A really beautiful glass building nonetheless. Also, the park that we walked through, not really a park, just kind of a fountain with a bunch of homeless people bathing in it, but that's called Love Park, based on that small little love piece of art that I panned over real quick. It used to be John F. Kennedy Park. They renamed it Love Park because of that piece of art that's in it, but honestly, it's just filled with homeless people. I wouldn't even hang out there. The only other main historical spot I really wanted to show you guys is Independence Hall. It's absolutely blistering hot today, 95 degrees, so I'm gonna hold off on that for today. We'll go check it out another day this week, so I'll see you then. Pulling up to the last spot in the video, Independence Hall. This is where the Constitution was written, the Declaration of Independence. This was the first capital of the entire United States also. Historical building. It was built back in 1753. It's on the $2 bill. It's also on the $100 bill. Tons of buildings across the country have replicated the design of Independence Hall. Check it out real quick. Right across the street over here, the Liberty Bell is right inside. Not sure if this building's open, but let's check it out.
First year in the United States, and then around the United States formed its first national government, reinforced and magnified those.
So the Liberty Bell, can't get into that building after 5 o'clock any day of the week. Fortunately, couldn't get up close to it. Liberty Bell was brought over to the country in 1752. It cracked as soon as they came over, and they've recast it probably 3 times since then. Iconic building, iconic city. All the buildings we've checked out, all the places we've checked out in this city are pretty iconic. City of Philadelphia, as far as American history goes, one of the oldest cities. Like I said, the first capital of the country. But that's it for this week's video, guys. Excuse the noise I got going in the background. Drop a like, drop a comment down below. If you aren't already, subscribe to the channel. But as always, much love, and I'll see you on Sunday.